All right, so today, towards the end of the year here, kind of doing a different video. Haven't done one of these yet. Today I'm going to go over the top 5 knife purchases of the year that, that I, of course, purchased. None of them are really, well, there's a couple that are on there that are newer. It's hard to choose this and that. It's, you kind of got to narrow it down. And I didn't think it would be as hard as it was, but it is, or it was rather. So, I've traded some, that could have been on the list, or probably some honorable mentions maybe on here, but, these are just mine. Like I said, nothing really too crazy. We'll kind of get into it here. Get this stuff out of the way. Just needed a little backdrop, some stickers. Put them out of the way there. All right, so let's see. So first, I guess we'll go with the Dewalt XM24 hollow grind slicer. So yeah, it's not new. The only thing new about it is the hollow grind. I did get this off of DLT when they dropped right after Blade Show. They had like 4 on there, and I like this one for a simple fact that it was a special build knife. It's got this kind of like light blue anodization on there, and then it came with all the brass, and then it's got the copper kind of infused in it. Still don't know how they did that, even in these spots here. And it did come with a regular, this blue tab and clip. I did change it just because it already had the brass. It's got the copper in there. Wanted to put the bronze on. Thought it looks good. And this is my first 24, and I gotta say I love it. It's big. It just feels perfect in the hand. Perfect. It would be cool to get I don't know if they even make non-flippers out of this, but it'd be cool to get a non-flipper. But it's super smooth. You got to keep your finger off the lock bar on this one. There we go. Yep. See what I'm saying? So this one, these are in no particular order. But I've wanted an XM24 for a while. As everyone knows, they were hard to get until, the economy kind of dropped out because of, well, you can fill in the blank there. But, you can still get these, on, I think I don't think you can get, I don't know if there's any of the hollow grind one, but they've got the skinny 24s. So yeah, so that's one of them there. Next one is kind of, so you got the Scarab 2 Gen 3 with the new dual spring action. I got the drop point, and then I had the dual edge, and then the blackout. But I like the dual edge, but this one, I don't know. There's something about it that I really like. These are big. Like I said, it's not new. There's new features. It's a new generation. It's just so easy to fire. And you'll see a theme of, big knives. It's got Torx hardware. It came super sharp. Hardly any billboarding, and you know, in a certain light you can see that on there. Like the dual edge, it's just says Scarab 2 on it, but it's not a big deal. I can deal with it. The black one that I have or had, it was very pronounced, and it just kind of looked ugly. Still waiting for the shadow version to come out. Carried this one for about a month, no failures whatsoever. And you know, they use that M390 MK on there, which I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's kind of like Benchmade sticks to S30V, and you know, a lot of companies stick to S35V, and it doesn't really matter to me, but I wish they would make different steels. You know, they used to do 204P, LMAX, and a couple others that I'm not thinking of. But it works for now. I haven't had to sharpen it yet. But yeah, so this one was hard to choose, but because I'm not a huge OTF fan, but man, just the size of this thing, you know, and the action is just awesome. Okay, so I'm trying not to make this a long video, so okay, so next one here, Medford Marauder H Tonto in Magna Cut, which their Magna Cut now is, I believe, 62, 63, which, you know, that's good. You know, Marauder's been around for a while, but the green is what gets me. The green and the Tonto, and the way they, you know, do the green and they face it here and put, you know, you can see the green inside the MKT, and then they did the parameters, I guess you would say, I don't know what to call it. I did that all faced, so it's really smooth. This one came ridiculously smooth right out of the box. Hardly any break-in time on most new Medfords anymore that I've found. But it's just gorgeous. That green, Medford's green anno is just, you know, on another level. I haven't seen another company with this brilliant green on there. So yeah, I've done videos on the Marauder, I've done videos on this one, but yeah, this is one of my favorites. Like I said, not in any particular order, but this one ranks up there. Won't get into it too much more since I've done videos on it. I think one or two, but you know, big knife lover, you know, love the big ones. The other one, this is the Demco 8020S. I want to get the regular, you know, the 8020 with the larger one, but I got this and it had the blue scales on it, which I just thought were atrocious. And so I got these from OG Original Goat, and they didn't have the titanium available, so I had to go with aluminum, and that's fine with me. Again, this one is in Magna Cut as well. You know, I did have to strop it. That's one negative thing about it. It came, it would cut. It just needed a few strops and then it came up. But the fidget factor alone, you know, it's a strong lock. It's cool. I don't care. I do like the, you know, how the action is with the lock. You know, as long as it's locked up, I'm not gonna be mountain climbing, jam this in a mountain, and have all my body weight holding on this knife. I don't care. It's you know, kudos to Andrew Demco for building such a lock, it just, in my eyes, it's not what attracted me to the knife. Just a different design. You know, a lot of people I hear complain about handle length and blade length, but man, it just feels so good in the hand. You know, I mean, you can choke up if you need to. Like I said, none of these are new or whatever. I don't know if this one was newer because it's in the Magna Cut. I haven't had it. Well, I've had it for a while, but took a while to get these scales in. And surprisingly, this wasn't too bad to swap. I mean, everybody concerned about that spring in there, but just take it apart. Spring comes in and out pretty easy. And I just love this. Didn't really love it with the blue G10. I don't know. You know, I did a video on that of you know, the handle scales make the knife. I'm not a huge G10 fan, even though this Hinder has G10. And I want to get a titanium one, but I don't know what color I want because this was a special build. So I don't really want to mess with it too much, but the 24 titanium scales are rare as hen's teeth almost. Anymore they are, or they always have been. And one more on here. Ended up getting the Koenig Arius. Now this one is the quarter pattern. What do they call it? Bright stone washed. This is a, I don't know what that says in there. Gen 4 batch 14. And this was my first Koenig. Yeah, and like I said, these have been around for a while, but the price on these, when they first came out, I did not like it at all. Back in, I don't know, what was it, 16, 17, I don't remember. I just didn't like it. And then it kind of started growing on me. And finally, they had a drop at DLT a few months ago. And opportunity came up to snag one. Ended up snagging it. And, I mean, you know, a lot of knives have drop shot action, but the feel on the Koenig feels like it's custom. If anyone's, you know, anyone's held a custom knife, they know. And there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of love, you know, towards Koenig, I guess. You know, I've had some positive feedback, negative feedback. They tend to hold their value quite a bit. You know, I'm not getting rid of this one. So I've had 3 of these this year. This one is by far my favorite. I just like this pattern. It would be nice. I kind of want to, and I don't know how you get the new like the different hardware and backspacer, lanyard, whatever you want to call it. I'd kind of like to pimp this one out, so to speak. Just put some blue hardware, try and find a nice Damascus or Mokutai clip, just kind of deck it out. And there's some other ones I had, like at the very beginning in January I bought, I don't have it here, but it was the Medford 187. It's basically in green Predator sculpting. You know, basically the same thing, only a 187. And McNeese, Mac 2 3.5. Another honorable mention. I did not bring it with me. But so yeah, those are my top 5. And hell, the year ain't over yet, I guess. but no, anyways, just figured I'd do you know, a short, sweet video and kind of do that. don't know, just for fun. Well, if you guys like it, give me a subscribe, a like, and I answer all the comments. Love seeing them. And hope everyone has a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a good one.